Hi, this is Catherine Dubberly, the Answer Lady. Welcome to Loom Knitters Sockumentaries. This series of videos accompanies my book, Socks of All Sorts for Loom Knitters. This book gives you 5 styles of sock top to choose from, 3 styles of heels, from traditional to super easy, 3 styles of toes, sizes from infant to extra large adult, and toe up and toe down methodology. You use the pattern by selecting your details, size, and gauge, and inserting the correct values from charts that are included into a fill-in-the-blank pattern. By doing this, you can knit about 1,000,000 styles of sock in any size you wish. The videos are to help you with some basic skills that make your sock knitting successful. When you knit a sock from the toe up, as I have knitted this one, you have to bind off at the very top, and this is where your foot's going to need to go through to get into the sock. So it's important that the area be stretchy enough, but neat at the same time. I favor 2 ways of doing this, and I'll show you both of them. We'll just make this sock have both ways. One is the transfer method. I'm going to take the last stitch knitted, transfer it over, wrap the peg as though I were knitting a stitch, knit both loops over, and transfer again, and repeat this. You have a lot of control over how tight these stitches get, so you can learn to do it according to who you're knitting for and the look and the feel that you want. Very, very easy, and it makes a chain stitch looking edge at the top, because it is a kind of a chain stitch that we're actually working. I'm going to do a few more so you get a look at it, get a clear idea of what the edge looks like, and then we'll try the next method. Okay, let's have a look. There's your top edge forming. See the chains? Now, the other way is to much more directly make a chain stitch. We could do this with a crochet hook. Don't mind my crochet hook. It's been through a little bit because I used it to experiment with tool making. Actually, since I'm transitioning between 2 things, I'm going to pick up the next stitch along with this loop. Now I've got these on here, and I'm going to pull a loop through. From now on, I'll just pick up one at a time and do the same thing. Not only is my crochet hook somewhat beat up, a crochet hook is not actually my favorite tool to use for this. I'm showing you because more loom knitters have a crochet hook than have what I really like. But now we're going to switch to what I really like, because there's no reason you can't have one. This is a latch tool. This is a machine knitting tool, in fact, but it's extremely useful for all kinds of needlework. And I have a book called, well, I have 2 books, Cool Tools for Machine Knitters and Cheap Tricks for Machine Knitters, that tell you how to make one for yourself. So even if you don't have access to a machine knitting supply place, you could certainly make one. Also, whoops, I got that stitch kind of split. There we go. There is something that looks very much like this in the craft store. It's a latch tool for rug making. It is not really suitable for this gauge of loom, but it works very nicely on bulkier ones like the Nifty Knitter round looms. For me, I think it's partly just because I'm so accustomed to using this tool, but this is the most efficient way to get a neat edge. Let's review what I'm doing. I'm going behind the peg because that's the easiest place to insert the tool, picking up a stitch, making a new chain stitch through it, insert my tool in this existing stitch, chain through it, And again, you have a great deal of control over how tight your stitches are, which is important for making a sock top that looks good but allows the foot through. Here's the sock top that we just bound off, and both areas, both types of bind off, have a chain stitched look, but you can see the transition between the two. I left the yarn tail so that you can see. From here to here, I was transferring, and from then on, I was picking up on a latch tool or a crochet hook. Those two look identical. They both look fine. However, because they do look slightly different, you probably don't want to do what I just did. You want to use an individual method in every project. This sock has a little cable up the side, and in my book I explain to you how to add that to your pattern.